Instead of a grandkid roundup, we have a monthly favorites. I have seen, what a random sentence. I have seen the movie Encanto so many times that the like grandkid roundup intro song lives in my head rent-free and I think about it all the time. But anyway, today we have my monthly favorites. This is my May favorites plus reading wrap up. I know I'm a little bit late to uploading this video, but I had so many good things to talk about and so many books to talk about that I felt like it still needed to be done. So we're gonna call this summer favorites. I think that's what I called my previous one, but we have another summer essentials video today. I've got lots of new things to talk about here. And I am proud to say, have quite a stack of books to talk about today as well. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start with the favorites and then I'll finish off with my May reading wrap up. You guys, I am back in my reading era. I'm having the best time, so I can't wait to talk about it. Anyway, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. Let's dive in. We're gonna start with skincare. I will have everything linked down below in the description box for you. I honestly might have talked about this last month. This is so good. I had to talk about it again. I have not tried any other sort of glazing milk toner or anything of the sorts. This is the only one that I've tried, but oh my gosh, is this a necessity for me. I did not realize how good this was. It's amazing. This is the Rhode Glazing Milk. Also, can we talk about e.l.f. Beauty acquiring Rhode for $1 billion? Mind-blowing. But yeah, this was like one of the first products that I ever tried from the brand and I really liked it. I bought it for myself for my birthday. 10 out of 10. The texture is so good. I want to try every single like milky toner now. I want to try the Thayer's one that Shelby always talks about. I want to try the Ilia one. I've heard such good things, but this is just like so hydrating. I don't know if you can see the palms of my hands. Like, it soaks into your skin. It feels amazing. I put this on every single day. 10 out of 10. Love it so much. If you have any like products similar to this that you recommend, please let me know in the comments. Next up, we have some Medicube products. Again, I think I might have talked about this last month, but I had to mention it again because this is another product that I use almost every single day. These are the Zero Pore pads. These are incredible. They're a chemical exfoliating pad. The packaging is so cool. It comes with like these little tweezers and then you just like pick one of them out at a time. I'm probably like halfway done with this. It's amazing. The texture of my skin has improved so much. I just cannot say enough good things. I noticed a difference after using these for like 3 days and it's awesome. They're great. I purchased those on Amazon, by the way, and then that actually led me to placing another order. Actually another 2 orders from Medicube on Amazon, and I decided to pick up the PDRN Pink Collagen Gel Mask and then the Collagen Night Wrapping Mask. So this is one that you put on. It's like a clear mask. You let it dry, you sleep in it, and then you peel it off. This is a really fun mask that I have enjoyed several times already. And then this one, I think this one has like the salmon DNA in it. This is like a sheet mask. It's kind of like a rubbery texture. There's a bottom half and a top half. You let it dry and then it kind of goes clear. And then I actually also slept in this. I thought you were supposed to sleep in these, but I read the instructions and it doesn't say. It says 1 to 3 hours when the sheet mask turns transparent, but I just like let it dry and then fell asleep with it on and it stayed on all night. So these are so cool. There's, I think, 4 of them in here, and I just had to talk about them. I've only used one so far, but I'll probably use another one tonight. And I just feel like Medicube skincare is where it's at. It's like my new obsession. Last skincare product, this is from Clinique. This is the Moisture Surge Active Glow Serum. I don't know if yeah, you can kind of tell. I'm probably about halfway done with this, which is big for me because I'm not a big serum user, but this serum is incredible. It is so hydrating. I use the Medicube pore pad and then I let that like soak into my skin and dry, and then I go in with a dropper of this and I just let it hydrate my skin. I do that at nighttime. This does have chemical exfoliant in it, so make sure you wear SPF and probably don't use it right before you go out in the sun. But I use those at night, and then I use this immediately after, and it's so hydrating. I will say the scent of it is not my favorite. It smells a little chemically, almost like nail polish remover. But it smelled like that when I got this. I started using it. I actually got the scent in PR. Started using it almost right away because I didn't have a moisturizer. Is when we were living at my parents' house. So all of my skincare was packed up. And I was like, well, this is called Moisture Surge. So hopefully that's moisturizing enough. And I fell in love with it. It's so, so good. All right, moving on to body care. I have one body care product, and then we have some fragrances. We have to talk about Body Bottlata by Sol de Janeiro. This is their new moisturizer. This is in the original Cheirosa 62 Boom Boom Cream scent. Absolutely delicious. And this is actually a different formula. So it's still a body lotion like the Boom Boom Cream, but this is called Body Bottlata, and it's a vitamin infused lotion. It's a lighter weight version essentially of the Boom Boom Cream. It's fast absorbing. It doesn't leave any sort of oily residue on your skin. So if you enjoy the scent of Boom Boom Cream, but it's a little bit too heavy for you, or like thick, a little bit too juicy, maybe that's not the right word, this is for you. This is very fast absorbing. I love that it has a pump, and it's just, you know, a nice lightweight lotion that absorbs into your skin so fast, and it is super scented, just like the Boom Boom Cream. I have been obsessed with this. I love it so much. The packaging is fun. I love the name, Body Bottlata, and I love that there's a pump. It's 10 out of 10. I know I'm saying everything is a 10 out of 10, but that's because it's true, because these are my favorites. These are my favorite things right now. Okay. For fragrance, we have a bunch of new stuff that came out recently. We have the Fleur Beach Skin and Peach Skin. Love both of these. I think they're really fun. If I had to pick, I don't know which one I like more. Probably Peach Skin. I feel like it's just a good fruity vibe. Very summer vibes if you're looking for a new summer scent. I think either of these are great choices. And then I actually did a whole video on those, as well as these guys right here from Ellis Brooklyn. We have the banana milkshake, the mango milkshake, and the lychee milkshake. Of these three, my absolute favorite is the lychee milkshake. It is so good. It smells like a pixie stick. I can't stop wearing it. It's incredible. This was my first time trying Ellis Brooklyn. I purchased these from Sephora. The Fleur ones I did get sent in PR, but oh my goodness, there is no question that you will find your summer signature scent with one of those 5 fragrances, because wow. Like I said, I did a whole video where I went over like the notes of everything, but I love all of them. I think they're all great, but in particular, lychee milkshake is the best in my opinion. And then the last fragrance that we have to talk about is Valentino. I forget what this is called. Born in Roma Extra Dose, I think. It's the pink one. This right here, wow. I was sleeping on this. I had never tried a Valentino fragrance, and then they sent me Born in Roma Intense, and Born in Roma Extra Dose. They're all great, but this one is my favorite. It's just, I don't know what it is about this. I feel like it's a little fruity maybe, and I think the bottle is stunning. The fragrance is fantastic. I'm pretty sure you can find this at Sephora. Same with the Fleur and the Ellis Brooklyn, but this is so good. And so many people commented when I showed the Valentino fragrances in my PR haul, I think is where I showed them. So many people commented saying, oh, and on my reel, I did like a reel and a TikTok, that they love this like line, the Born in Roma fragrance line from Valentino. So many people said that they loved it, and so obviously it's very popular. I just was sleeping under a rock. And then we have makeup. We actually have a lot of makeup to talk about. First, let's talk about these blushes from Unearthly Cosmetics. Oh my freaking goodness. These are amazing. These are their incandescent glowing blushes. The packaging is so stunning. I love the pink fairy. My favorite shade is Dusk. It's what I'm wearing today. It's a really pretty, like peachy kind of color. It's like a peachy coral. It looks like matte in the pan, but when you apply it, it has such a beautiful radiance to it. We have the shade Lumen, very bright and fun. We have Blaze, really pretty hot orangey color. Mystic, which is a little bit more muted mauve, and then we have Crush, which is that bright, cool toned pink. They're all amazing and a 10 out of 10. I love them so much, and I just think that they're such a good formula, so unique. I can't stop wearing them. And to apply them, I've been using the Sigma contour slash blush brush. This is the F53 Air. It's like a dual fiber kind of brush, or at least it looks like it. Is it actually, or I think the bristles might just be dyed on the end, so it might not be actually a dual fiber brush. But I love using this to apply my blush to my cheeks. So good. I'll have this linked down below as well. We're looking very glowy today. I'm trying out this foundation again, the Milk one. I don't know where it's at, but it's like last time I wore it, I think it was a little too glowy for my liking. And again, today I'm feeling like it's a little too wet. So maybe I just need to like set it with more powder or something. I don't know. We'll try again. We'll try it another time because, you know, it's all about figuring out what works with what, if it works at all. Anyway, I had to talk about the 1111 palette from ColourPop. This is something that I wear all the time. When I had all my makeup packed up, this was one of the palettes that I had left out. And truly, this is like the only thing that I wore for months. This shade in particular is so good. This is called Balanced. And every time I would wear this, I would get someone asking me what I was wearing on my eyelids. And I was actually wearing the Laura Mercier Rose Gold Caviar Eye Stick, just blend it out on my eye. And then I use my finger to apply this shade right here. And it's so sparkly and pretty. I will swatch it, but it just looks so good on the eyes. And this color is in particular fantastic. I am wearing the palette today on my eyes. I'm wearing like the gold Manifest It, the bronze Reflect, Good Thoughts, and then Right Path. I think my eye look is fun and very like golden, but in particular, this shade right here is so good. Like, look, the swatch says it all. It's fantastic. I'm gonna take a powder brush and just attempt to tone down the shine a little bit because, oh my goodness. Speaking of powder, we have this one right here from Kosas. This is a pink powder. This is the Cloud Set Translucent Candy Rose Ultra Transparent. This is such a fun powder. I feel like pink powders are very popular right now. I really want to try the L'Oreal one. But this is what it looks like. This is a really fun pink powder. I tried it for the first time this month and it's become something that I really enjoy using. I think it's so fun to put on the under eye, and I just wouldn't have ever tried anything like this, really. Like this, I don't know, I feel like I stick to the basics, but I feel like this is such a good, fun, different product that kind of just like steps up your makeup routine a bit. So I've been enjoying the pink powder as a whole, but this one from Kosas is really nice. I want to try this in just like a regular translucent color as well for like all over the face, but I am really enjoying the Cloud Set Translucent Candy Rose. So good. For bronzer, this was something that I have been telling myself I was gonna buy for ages. And, well, I actually bought it a long time ago. Bought it in the shade 1, way too light. Bought the refill in shade 2, which is what you're seeing here. And I just popped it in my shade 1 container. But this is so good. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. I can't believe it took me so long to buy this. The formula is incredible. If you are looking for a good matte bronzer, look no further. Like, seriously, it's amazing. I love the color. I love the formula. It's so blendable. I love it. I love it. I have a concealer to talk about. This was fun. So I tried this, I think at the very beginning of this month. This is the Do It All Radiant Concealer from IT Cosmetics. I have been wearing the shade Medium Neutral 305. 5. It's one of those concealers that you twist it and then the product like clicks up through the top there. So this is something that you can use as a concealer or in lieu of foundation, which is how I personally love using it. So I just click this and I like dot it all over my face, blend it out with my beauty blender, and it gives such a natural look while like perfecting your skin a bit. It's obviously not super full coverage, but it just covers up my redness so well. It leaves a really radiant finish and I think it's great. I love serum concealers. I love the one from NYX, and I use it in a similar way. So when I looked this one up and I saw that they recommended using it instead of foundation, I was like, okay, say no more. We have to try this immediately. I love this product. I think it's great. I don't have a light shade, so I haven't used it to like highlight my face or like used it under my eyes specifically with foundation, so I still need to try that out. But since I have like my skin tone essentially shades, that's how I've been using this and I've been loving it. I had to talk about this Rare Beauty highlighter. I went to pull this out to use it the other day and I opened it up and I was so sad to find that it had broken. Very devastating. I've heard these were really soft products and that they were fragile, but I don't even know when this happened. It must have happened when I moved. But yeah, a big chunk of it broke off. Posted it on my story and I was so sad, and so many people said the same thing happened to theirs. But actually I got a DM from Rare Beauty saying that they would like to replace it for me, which I thought was so incredibly nice, and I have never like DM'd with them before, so you know, that was really cool. So I'm excited to get a replacement of this. I didn't even say what this was. This is their highlighter. I forget what it's called. It's like the soft pinch highlighter or something like that, in the shade Exhilarate. This is again a gorgeous bright, oh, it's so good. It is so good. It's the bottom one there. I love it. I want every shade. It's amazing. This isn't like new news, but it's just something that I saw in my drawer and I was like, oh, I need to pull that out, and then I just like can't stop using it now. So I thought I would mention it as like an old favorite that has, you know, I've been reminded of it and it's become a favorite of mine again. And then we have quite a few lip products to talk about. The first one being this lip combo that I'm wearing. I actually wore this in a trying new makeup video that I posted very recently. This was like a little duo that they came out with around the holiday season. We have the So Juicy Plumping Lip Liner in the shade Tease from ColourPop. And then we have the So Juicy Plumping Gloss Balm in the shade Vacay Mode. And this combo is so pretty. I love it. I love the plumping lip liner formula. It has like a minty feel to it. It's so pigmented and creamy. And I love that it's a retractable lip liner as well. And then the So Juicy Plumping Lip or Gloss Balm. This is kind of like the Tarte, like clicky ones, the Maracuja ones, so but a fraction of the cost. And I love this combo. I think it's really pretty, and I wore it in that video for the first time, and then I've worn it multiple times since because I just think it's such a fun lip combo for me. So love that, love the formulas, the colors, everything. Another lip gloss that I love is this one from Buxom. This is in the shade Pink Champagne. I actually got this at the Creators and Friends event in Destin. I got this, when was that? That was towards the end of April, and I have been using this nonstop. It's such a pretty, I'm gonna just like layer it on top. It's such a pretty light pink, kind of like milky gloss. It has that like minty tingly sensation. It's such a glossy formula. I love anything baby pink, so of course I was gonna love this color, but I love the Buxom glosses in general. And this is the Plumping Lip Cream, the full-on Plumping Lip Cream, which those ones tend to be the more like milkier kind of looking ones versus like the full-on plumping glosses. But I love all of them. This one in particular, I've just been reaching for a lot. I had it in my purse. I literally wear it almost every single day. It's so good. And it gives you that cold, tingly, plumpy feel, not like the hot, spicy, burned plumping feel, if that makes sense. Next, we have this one here from Kosas. This is the, I don't even know what this is called. This is the Wet Lip Oil. And this is in the shade Malibu. This is a really pretty pinky color. There's a swatch of it right there. It has like a little bit of gold shimmer to it, which just makes it so pretty. And I just think this is a really fun, easy, quick go-to summer lip type product. I love anything lip gloss, lip oil, anything of the sort. So, you know, this was already screaming my name, and I love the color. It's a little bit, it's kind of like a My Lips But Better color, but it's just a little bit different than what I typically go for. I typically go for something lighter than my lips, like pale pinky nude. So this is just something a little bit different for me, and I think it's really pretty and easy, and the formula is great, and love Kosas. So again, it's just been one of those lip products that I've been reaching for a lot recently. And finally, we have the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Sticks High Shimmer Gloss Stick in the shade Fussy. This is such a cool formula. I love the color. It's actually kind of similar. Let me swatch the Kosas one next to it. It's kind of similar to the Kosas color. I feel like Kosas is a little bit more cool toned. Fenty is a little bit more like warm. So this is the Fenty one here, and this is the Kosas one here. So similar color-ish, but the Fenty one is so sparkly and gorgeous. I love that it comes in like a lipstick form. There's so much glitter in here. They have a bunch of different shades. They also have a version of this without glitter. It's just like gloss bomb. But I love the formula. I love the way that they smell. It's kind of like a fruity scent. So delicious. It smells like a yummy, like fruity candy. But I love everything about this. I love the original, or the Fussy Gloss Bomb, the original formula, and so I figured I was gonna like this one. But it's so good and fun, and a good like switch up for summer if you're looking for like a fun, sparkly, like not a statement lip, but like just something a little bit where it's like subtle enough to not be like screaming in your face, but also like different enough to where you'll probably get questions on it, or like comments or compliments. So that's kind of the vibe that it gives, which I'm a big fan of. There are some fun colors though. There's like a purple one. I think there's a hot pink, a bright orangey shade. So lots of fun ones. I think there's a brown one, and that, if there is a brown sparkly one, I feel like I need to pick that up because I've been obsessed with like brown lip gloss. The YSL lip oil that's like brown and sparkly. I think it's called Espresso. I talked about that last month, so I didn't pull it out again for this month, but that is another really, really good lip product if you're looking for something a little bit more bronzy for the lips. And that, my friends, is all of my favorites. Those are all of my favorites. So now we get to talk about books, which has been what I've been looking forward to this entire time. I also love talking about the things that I love, so don't get me wrong. But anyway, moving on to the reading wrap-up portion of this video. I finished, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books in the month of May, which is so good for me. So we're gonna start off with the worst of them all. Honestly, I had an amazing reading month. I think all of the books I'm gonna talk about were 5 stars, except for the first one. The first one I was not a fan of. So first up, we have The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I listened to the audiobook, which I'm not a big audiobook person. I want to be though. So if you have any good audiobook recommendations that are preferably on like Hoopla or Libby or whatever, preferably Hoopla, because Libby you have to like check them out. Anyway, if you have some free audiobook recommendations or just like audiobook recommendations in general, please let me know, because I have had some success with audiobooks, like the Crave series. The graphic audios for those are so good, but this book was just not it for me. I gave it 2.5 stars. 2.5 stars for The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, which so many people told me that this was like the best book that they've ever read, or in their like top 3, top 5. Not even close for me. This was my first historical fiction book, and I'm not opposed to historical fiction. Like I enjoy a good historical fiction like movie or TV show or whatever, but this was just, I don't know if it's because I listened to it on audio, but I thought it was a good story, but it just wasn't some like powerful, moving book. I don't know. I just felt like it was very dragged on. I feel like you could have said the entire book, you could have like literally condensed it down to one chapter and I feel like I would have gotten the gist. I didn't feel super connected to the characters. It did make me cry because it is a very like heartfelt book. It's about like it's set in France during the World War II era, so there's a lot of very sad, heartbreaking, brutal things that happen and are talked about in this book. But I don't know, I just wasn't invested, I think is what it was. It wasn't a bad book. I did give it 2.5 stars just because like I said, I mean, it was interesting, but not that interesting. It was not worth the however many hours I spent listening to that book. So yeah, I heard they're gonna make it into a movie, but it's kind of been like postponed. If they make it into a movie, I will watch it because I'd be interested to see the movie adaptation of it, but I don't know, I was really disappointed. So if you guys have another historical romance, or not historical romance, I'm sorry, historical fiction or historical romance, I guess, recommendation, if there's I want to try Kristen Hanna again. I have Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. I have no idea what it's about. But just let me know if you have any other Kristen Hanna recs or historical fiction that I might like more than the Nightingale. And again, it could have been because I listened to it on audio and so I wasn't like as invested, but when I listen to the Crave series on audio, I am like all in it. But those are also graphic audios, so there's like sound effects and multiple voice actors and things like that, so maybe it's me, but I was not a fan, so sad. Anyway, so I finished that this month. I started it like 2 months ago. I started listening to it and then I just like was so uninterested that I couldn't get through it, and then I finally finished it this month. So 2.5 stars for The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Next, I decided to read Heartless Hunter. Randomly enough, I read this on my Kindle, loved it so much that I bought the physical copy. And then I also read Rebel Witch. This is a duology, so there's 2 books in the series and it's complete. Both 5 stars. These are romantasy. Basically, it's about a witch and a witch hunter. I'll read the back. Oh no, there is no back. Is there a inside cover? Okay, I'll read the inside cover of Heartless Hunter. So it says, on the night Rune's life changed forever. Rune is our FMC. She's our female main character. Blood ran in the streets. Also, this book is dual POV. Now in the aftermath of a devastating revolution, witches have been diminished from powerful rulers to outcasts ruthlessly hunted due to their waning magic, and Rune must hide what she is. Spending her days pretending to be nothing more than a vapid young socialite, Rune spends her nights as the Crimson Moth, a witch vigilante who rescues her kind from being purged. When her rescue goes wrong, she decides to throw the witch hunters off her scent and gain the intel she desperately needs by courting the handsome Gideon Sharp. He's a notorious and unforgiving witch hunter, loyal to the revolution, and too late Rune realizes she might be falling for him. Gideon loathes the decadence and superficiality Rune represents, but when he learns the Crimson Moth has been using Rune's merchant ships to smuggle renegade witches out of the Republic, he inserts himself into her social circles by pretending to court her. Soon he realizes that beneath her beauty and shallow facade is somebody fiercely intelligent and tender who feels like his perfect match. Except, what if she's the very villain he's been hunting? So, witch and witch hunter, they're both like have ulterior motives. Dual POV, so freaking good. Again, duology, so there's 2 and it's done. You don't have to wait for the next book to come out or anything like that. I highly recommend both of these books. They are, well, this one is on Kindle Unlimited, Heartless Hunter, the first book. Rebel Witch is not on Kindle Unlimited, but you can also buy it on Kindle. So 10 out of 10 would recommend this series. So good. I've never read anything like this before. I am new, or like I'm in my intro to romantasy era, so I'm not saying there's nothing like this, but I just haven't read anything like this. So this is the Crimson Moth duology. So freaking good. 10 out of 10. After that series, I picked up my Kindle and I decided to read Metal Slinger, which is on Kindle Unlimited. I wanted to buy the physical copy because I loved it so much, but they actually, the book got picked up by traditional publishing, so they're like redoing the paperback version of it, or the physical copy version of it, so it's on pre-order right now. But I will be picking up the physical copy because, again, 5 stars, but it is on Kindle Unlimited. Metal Slinger, so good. This one does leave on a cliffhanger, and so you just have to wait for the next book to come out. Only the first book is out, but oh my gosh, was it amazing. And I didn't see the twist coming. I knew there was a twist and I didn't see it coming. I literally, the whole book, I'm like, what could it be? Like, what's gonna happen? And then couldn't have guessed it. But it was amazing. 5 freaking stars. I cannot wait for the next book to come out. I think it's called Lightbringer or something like that. Yeah, so good. Can't recommend it enough. I'll have the books linked down below as well. Also, you guys should follow me on Goodreads because I've been updating my reviews on there. So Metal Slinger, 5 stars. After Metal Slinger, I decided to pick up this book right here, which is called Quicksilver by Callie Hart. This is a thick book, and I didn't know it was a thick book because, again, it's on Kindle Unlimited, and I started reading it on Kindle Unlimited. And I gotta say, I read the first 20% of this book, and I was not interested. I was so sad. I was like, what is going on? I think what happened was I was on such a high from reading Metal Slinger and the cliffhanger that was Metal Slinger that I started something different too soon. I literally started it the same day that I finished Metal Slinger, and I didn't have time to process. So I think that's what happened, because once I got about 20% into this book, which is kind of long to like get really interested, I couldn't stop reading, and this turned into a 5-star read. I'm so glad I kept reading, because if I stopped, oh, I would have been heartbroken. This again is the first book, I think, in a duology. So the second book, I think it's just gonna be 2 books. It comes out, I think, in November. So you don't have to wait too long if you decide to pick this up and read it. But oh my goodness, was this good. Metal Slinger, by the way, is also in the romantasy realm. Quicksilver, again, romantasy era, or not era, genre, I suppose. But so I've been on a romantasy kick, starting with the Heartless Hunter duology, then Metal Slinger, then Quicksilver. I can't stop. I won't be stopped. But this is really good. I loved it again so much that I had to buy the physical book so I could put it on my bookshelf. And I think it's like 620 something pages. So it's a thick book, but it is absolutely worth it. Keep going. If you started it and put it down, pick it back up and push through, because wow. Okay, and then finally, I decided that I was finally gonna start the ACOTAR series. You guys, why did nobody tell me? I can't even say nobody told me how good this was, because literally everybody talks about this series and how good it is, but I am obsessed. I read A Court of Thorns and Roses in 2 days. It was so good, 5 stars. Everyone says this book is slow, like it's kind of hard to get into, the world building, blah, blah. I did not find that at all. Like, I thought this was interesting from the beginning. I loved this book. It was so good. And then everyone said, oh, just wait for book 2. You're gonna love book 2 even more. And I must say, I am currently about halfway through book 2. I'm on page 356, and they were so right. I feel like I haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. If you've read the series, I don't even think I've gotten to the good stuff. Yeah, I can't wait. I literally am reading this every free second that I have. This is another thick book. I actually think I'm a little bit over halfway now. But yeah, if you haven't read A Court of Thorns and Roses, take this as your sign to do so, because I just was like, I don't know, everyone hyped it up. I'd never really read romantasy or fantasy books other than Fourth Wing. I read the Fourth Wing series and loved that. And then I got into these guys, and then I just like, I can't put it down. I need more and more romantasy. But yeah, this was a really good book. I think it's a great book to read if you are new to romantasy. I think it's fantastic. So there's 5 books out in the series. We're waiting for a book 6 announcement, I guess, but Sarah J Maas has like a ton of books. She has the Throne of Glass series, the Crescent City series, and then the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. But I'm gonna read all I'm doing is gonna be reading this series until I've read all 5 books, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself, because I feel like I'm living in this world. It's so good. I don't even want to tell you what it's about. If you haven't read it, you should go in completely blind. I'm going in completely blind. I knew a couple names of some characters, and then I knew one thing. I'm not even gonna say what it is. It's not a spoiler. But I just knew that I was gonna have like a change of heart about something, or that most people have a change of heart about something in the book. But other than that, I knew nothing. Going in blind is the best thing that I could have done, because I feel like it's just like this huge grand reveal after all these years of hearing people talk about this series. I can't stop smiling thinking about it. So anyway, that's my reading wrap up. There's no way this isn't going to be 5 stars, but I feel like that's a pretty successful reading month. So yeah, you will see this in my June reading wrap up, along with hopefully the rest of the series. That would be awesome if I could finish the whole series this month. I wish I could just like literally sit down and read and do nothing else, but life is busy, so I cannot do that. And again, I need audiobook recommendations, even you know, physical book recommendations based on what I've told you that I like. What do you think, what else do I need to read? And then if you have a historical fiction or historical romance recommendation, Kristen Hanna or something else, I'm open to it. Please let me know. But like I said, everything will be linked down below in the description box. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, please comment a black heart down below. I love you so much if you made it to the end. I'll know you're a real one and stuck around for the book portion of this video, even if you don't care about books. Thanks for watching. I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.